Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Motorsport Manager! We are heading to Munich today for the second race of the third season of this game. So, we could do something like that. I mean, no one's going to be happy, and the cars are a little out of whack. We could balance them a bit, which might be okay. I mean, Jesper, again, theoretically might be our slightly better driver, but that's going to be okay. We'll use those two. I'm happy with that. This, okay. So we're using our new brakes. Actually, technically, the two brakes that we did design this race. The first one, which was a temporary. This is not our end of season brake that we're going to be using here, because we're doing another one. This one doesn't have super high reliability. We didn't invest in it because we were trying to manage our time. Might make it a little rough, but it's not like it's the only component at 50. At least we got our gearbox and our engines at acceptable levels. The engines still won't be able to really do the full race if we're doing things on red, but otherwise we should be all right. So heavy rain during practice, but we're still going to work on the slicks, and probably what we'll do is practice in the middle of the line slicks, and then see what we can manage out of that. Dun 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 dun. All right. Hello, Munich. So, yeah, there's going to be some rain, but that's going to be fine. We're still going to go with these two drivers. That's going to be okay, too. Well, I mean, obviously the downforce isn't working for this car at all. So what we're going to do is bring it in there. And I don't think we're going to really mess with anything else. And tires, yeah. So, okay. So I wasn't sure about... now that we have a selection of 3 tires, I didn't know if it was adding a soft or adding a harder one. And I'm going to say that it's adding a harder one because we never saw hards before. So we'll practice on mediums. We'll have the option of going to hard if we need a really long stint for some reason. But mostly it's going to be medium and softs, probably what we're going to see in here. So we'll take the practice. We'll probably still do the thing where we start one person on the softer compound. Unless when it comes to the real race, maybe we start someone on the harder compound. Because we were having to pit almost too early, and then we had to do like one extra lap. Actually, a couple times, basically, we had to do an extra lap on tires that had lost a lot of their grippiness. Oop, we need to do double bring in. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is we're not going to run on the softest compound. We're going to start someone in the middle and the other person on the hardest. Because we tend to wear through the tires faster than the fuel, even with our reduced fuel economy. Okay, we got a 93% right at a time, and a great right there with the downforce. Well, we know what direction to move in, and it's probably not too far, so I'll do something like that. I'm going to switch the speed balance more than the handling here. We'll go and see what that does for us. And over here, very poor on the downforce. I suspect you just want more of it. So we'll bring it way over there, and the speed balance, I'll go with a longer speed balance as well, and then we'll see what that does. And you can stay out on the mediums, that's going to be fine. Speed 12, bring in, raining. In before one day we crash in these practice laps. You don't like the speed balance. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. But, all right, we did go down overall. We're still great on the downforce. I'm going to add a tiny bit more. So this balance was good over here. It's poor there. So I'm thinking it's actually going to want to be on the other side of where we had our good. And the handling is tweaking a little bit. And that's okay. So we're going to send you back out. And you... Oh, well, we found out where we want to be for the handling. But we haven't locked down the arrow yet. So it was very poor. It's now good. We may have overshot. But we're going to find out over here if we do something like this. And the speed balance was okay there, so you actually want considerably shorter gearing. Which did, mess with the handling a lot, which... it's a little tricky because one affects the other, but let's keep it sort of vaguely where it should be. It might make it a little easier for us to find the rest. Well, we're still obviously going to want to bring everyone in again. We got a little bit of work done over here. And I find the save setups don't really solve the issue for us because it seems to vary so much by car. We got at least 2 excellence there. 98%. Well, I'm going to suggest we stop messing with it. Sounds great. So, Maritson, we're happy with where you are. Let's send you out. And Owlbear, I'm seeing a purple. I think our handling is still off. Well, we're at 97% overall. Oh, no, no. Excellent. Okay. I misread that. Excellent. Well, then, you're done. Speed 12 for the rest of it. Over 5 minutes. I think we had about 5 minutes last time, and now we got a little bit better this time. It's dried up as well, so we might actually be able to put in some decent speed attempts here. I mean, being on mediums. But some people are running on hards, and some are on the soft, so there's still a wide range as to what people decide to use, which is interesting. We did get the level 2 race trim, but not the tire. I don't know why the tires are slower than the trim. I'm wondering if it has to do with one's more influenced by the mechanic and one's more the driver, perhaps? That would sort of make sense. Oh, we were so close. So close, look at that, to the next medium tire. There's not even a pixel there. Ah. Oh. Probably like 99.9% to get the next level. That's a real shame. Because especially, we may end up being on the medium compound here for the entire race, in which case it would have been great to just max out those bonuses. None of you have a mechanic relationship, I don't think, yet. Let me just double check. No, yeah, that's fine. Okay, weather is indeed looking good, and warmer. I'm going to go... sorry, you're starting... No, cancel. You're starting 7th position and 16th. So, let's give Amina the more aggressive compound, which in this case is going to be... the mediums. Actually, these softs... How many laps is this race? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Tire choice. No, fuel options. Session length, 29 laps. Interesting. So, if we were able to maintain these tires, we could potentially do the entire race on softs. Because the super softs were saying, what was it, like 8 to 10 or 6 to 8 laps? It was something like that. And there was just as many laps in that race, which is interesting. All right. Well, I'll start you on softs because you're a little further ahead. We'll start you on softs and may as well do a full load of fuel. That's going to be okay. And then with Marathon, because we do have to offset, we're going to start you off on mediums. So that you don't come in pit at the same time. You can both start on the double reds. Although, again, we're going to have to downgrade the engine mode real fast in this race. Because reliability is still definitely a thing we're concerned about. But yeah, we're going to start by watching the owlbear. And go, 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 go. Nice start. Better than the guy in 6th. Just get in front there. Lots of reds across the board for all the strategy, as to be expected. Yeah, temperature 20 degrees. Tire temp... Whoa! This I think, part of the lack of focus, there's part of the problem right there. Ran wide, got dropped down to 19th place. You get the better tires, but you're behind the other person. You may end up having to do a bit of a pass there, which would be awkward. We're so far back, I'm wondering if we just pull back on some of these right away. You know what? I'm going to pull back on the engine modes right away. Because I'm really... Like, the engine reliability is still not really there. We can keep going a little aggro on the tires for a bit. Yeah, some people are already actually down to their yellow for the engine mode, which I don't super blame them about. Tire temp's okay. I mean, you're coming up pretty quickly. Let's bring you down to an orange. We'll probably double orange it, actually. Especially with the tires, whereas the engine modes go 1.1 and 1.3, I think the tires go like 1.2, 1.4. I think the aggressive tire modes are way more aggressive than the aggressive engine modes. In terms of consumption. Of course, the aggressive engine modes have the penalty of destroying your engine, which is part of it. But yeah, we got people full softs and full hards. And the mediums is actually the minority. 4 people on medium is... Or 5 people on medium. And 5 on hards. Okay, so they're the same. And then 10 on softs. Yeah, struggling to do some passing. Yeah, well, Owlbear, if you hadn't gone super wide... as like your very first action of the game, you'd be in much better situation. But yeah, I think that lack of focus is actually a huge problem. Might get a pass there. No, not quite. Okay, we can bring it up a little here. The management of things is okay. This guy in 17th really wants to pass, and he's going to pull off and just say, I don't want to go more aggressive than this. We're on double orange, and he pulled that off, which is kind of annoying. But he might be going pretty aggro with the tires. Although, look at this. Here, we're getting too hot on these tires. We've got to bring that down to neutral. Looks like this is still going to be okay. And on the medium compound, even on the orange, these tires will last longer than the super soft, so we're still going to be offset for our pits, which is where we want it. All right, at least we're not in 20th anymore. 16th, and fighting with 15th place over here. It was on double yellow versus our double orange. Hopefully... Oh, no, they just changed to a more aggressive engine mode. And Tomas's, and someone I actually almost recruited, because I think that was the Canadian with, like, the 2 stars and potential for 4 stars. Nice pass, Martson. Nice pass. Can get pressed shoot. What? Oh, that's Owlbear back here. Right, I got confused between my 2 drivers. Some people have reported this interesting bug where they end up in a race where the same driver is driving both cars. I was like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, I saw screenshots, and it is just like some sort of glitch happened. It might have to do with the assignments in practice or qualifying or something like that. Getting past this pack would be very hard. I've got to pull back on our tires. We're getting overheated even on the mediums here. And actually, we're kind of in sync with some of our tire behavior. Or tire temps. But, I think it'll still be 1 lap apart. Especially the medium tires, we can use them all the way to 0%, I think, without losing any performance. And even if we did lose some, we could ride it all the way down to 0 to, 0 gets you a flat, but, just to get the extra lap out of there, which is going to be okay, where we've got a little bit less of a margin on these softer tires. Who's now back down in 20th position after all that? Well, let's just do this. Save us a little bit of pit time. Oh, what a disappointing start to the race. Hopefully this temperature doesn't go up anymore. I don't really want to start conserving those tires. Actually, I think we're going to conserve your... Where are you in your lap order here? If we did one conserve... Actually, because of the pit stop entrance, you have enough for 3 full laps to pit. Not 3 full laps to get to here, but 3 full laps to pit on yellow. And then even more if we just switch down to a blue. Okay, yeah, I think it's time for the Owlbear to come into pit. So, you're going to have 20 laps remaining. If we were gentle on the tires, we might be able to do that. But I think what I'm going to do is I will go to mediums. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Parts are okay. You can do balance. That's going to be fine. And then you're good for a while longer. You don't have to babysit you at all. 12th place is going to pit, so you've got that. Actually, there's a few more. Yeah, sponsor objectives, not a surprise, because most people have pitted. Still sort of hoping that some people might be stuck doing 3 pits, or might retire, or have to do more repairs than we do. We are going to pit on this one. And you can very likely, with this later go, do 2 on softs, because 18 remaining, that's 9 twice, which the softs theoretically can do. Especially if we're not pushing them. So yeah, we'll come out on double yellow, which is going to be fine. And for now, you're going to do the double yellow as well. Although later on, we might be able to crank up the tires. But right now, there's no one around. So just go for, fairly smooth sailing. And do what you can. Lots of mediums and hards. Yeah, most people are off their softs. So just went softer maybe for the more competitive start. Try to get ahead of some people. Didn't get ahead. It might have been really nice, actually, to drop 1 lap off that refuel. Wouldn't that have been nice? We'd have come out just in front of this guy. Well, since we're neck and neck, let's just try to get by him on one of these corners on the double-double. Come on. What is 15th? Yeah, they're on mediums. I'm on softs. I should definitely be having a faster one than he is. Engine's okay. Yeah, keep going on the double reds. Come on, get by this guy, and then we can pull back. I'm appalled and ashamed as to what's going on here. Okay. Who is that? Yeah, they might just be a much better driver that's actually going to be quite a bit further ahead here. Okay, back down to the double yellow for now. We'll see. If we start just, pushing up against him... If we'd come out on double red, I think it would have been better. Oh yeah, if we'd had like a half-second less pit stop time, even like hell, a tenth of a second, that probably would have been it to get up ahead of him. Although he does seem to be quite a bit faster than we are. But the fact that he's caught up to this pack, oh, he's starting to pass him too. So yeah, that one's just someone who's, yeah, you can see they're passing over here. They're just having a really good day, really strong performance. Here you're good. Martin, your temperature on your tires is still a little high. I mean, I know I was running red, but we're on yellow now. Is it still climbing? It might be. It's actually, okay, now it's going to get sunny, and the temperature's going to rise a bit more. I think we're going to have some tire temp issues on the soft tires here. I'm going to go to conserve. Meanwhile, the mediums are having a hard time staying up to temperature, although until they get bone cold, we're going to be okay. And I think that temp's probably going to improve here with the sunny day, so I'm kind of okay with that. I think the double yellow is going to be fine. Whereas here, the tires are going to go a lot faster than our fuel. Yeah, you want to get past him, hey? Actually, let's go to attack mode for a second here before we go back to conserve. And... okay, go to conserve. High. Ooh, and another big batch of passes. Nice. Yeah, you can probably stay on orange. I think we're going to have like more than enough fuel for the final stop to everything be okay. And we got repass there. But yeah, I think the tires would get too hot if we stayed anywhere else. 50%. So the fuel's definitely going faster than the tires here. And with the temperature being the way it is, I think we can go and give the Owlbear a bit more of a go. Boom, boom, boom. And then over here, yeah, sandwich these two, which isn't so bad. Halfway through the fuel, more than halfway through a tire, and it is a softer tire where it's going to fall off the performance a little faster. I'm happy to stay on conserve here, especially if we can sort of maintain this spot. We did get a crash. When did that happen? Shoe crashed. Okay. Well, guarantees we can't get a 20th place. Even if we crash now, we'd be ahead. Please don't crash. I'm worried about these low focus drivers. Alright, fuel down over there. Tires going pretty quickly. Temperature's good. 3 laps left. I think we're going to be okay. Although, how are we synced for our stops? It might be a little awkward. You have more fuel. But presumably the tire that'll go faster. I think in the end, we're going to be, yeah, with the number of laps remaining, I mean, we're within a full fuel tank, because our fuel tank is 12 laps on this track. So, they both need to stop one more time. And I don't think it matters when... big repair over there. As long as the stop is late enough to allow both of them to come out on softs, which would be ideal, we're going to be okay. Alright, yeah, you are getting that. Can you do one more lap, just to make sure? Pit stop entrance is here. Fuel's going to be okay. In fact, we'll put you on high. Not overtake, because I don't want to destroy your engine. And you can probably stay on push here. Yeah, I think you're going to be fine. Whereas you're going to need one more little cycle out of that. We're going to drop this as well, although I think you're okay either way. 9th place up here. You're complaining about your suspension. I didn't miss the pit. No, okay. Good. You're pitting this time. You're going to do this. Fill up, although 7 laps remaining. 7 and change. Again, I could put in 8 and drive more aggressively, but it takes extra pit time. Okay. You're okay with that. There you go. You're coming up in the pit entrance here. You can actually finish on orange and still make the pit. Just barely, but you could. I'll put you back on neutral so it doesn't chill all the way down. And yeah, you're going to finish on soft with exactly 7 laps of fuel. Seems fine. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. You're going in and you're fine. Okay. Neutral to come out with. That's going to be okay. And over here, actually double neutral for the end of the race because you didn't actually end up with much of an excess. We're going to have to do a little bit of lap counting here. I suspect we're going to be just shy of the fuel we need because, well, I can't see because of this thing. Let me just reset your count, though. Owlbear. Lap 23. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 7 laps, and yeah, you're just shy. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring you down to a low right now. Well, or you might get past here. Hold on. We're going to have to find a good place to get you 1 lap on low. But now might not be the time. Oh, there was a mistake. Fixing there for Maritzen. We may just have to let this person pass. We have to do 1 lap on low fuel usage for the Owlbear at some point. We have no choice. Then over here, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 6 laps. So same thing. You'll have to do 1 little conserving lap. Now might be a good time for it because you're not actually fighting with anyone. How bad is it? Hopefully you can finish. Okay, they passed you, so now's actually a great time to do a little bit of that. You're saying excess fuel. Let's just put you to medium. I don't think that's actually completely accurate. So here, especially if I click away, click back, it says 25. Man, what an annoying graphic glitch. What a now that we know, we can work around it. But yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 laps remaining, and you can stay on blue for a little longer since you can't pass this person very easily anyway. That's about a half a lap on that. That's probably okay. We'll throw you on medium. And yeah, it says excess fuel, but I don't think it's going to be very excess fuel. Although, hold on. First place is over here. Maritz, you actually might get lapped here, in which case you definitely will have excess fuel. If you get lapped, you have to do 1... Well, I was going to say 1 fewer lap. No, that is accurate. Yeah, so here we're forced to let this guy go by. So when he gets close, we're just going to be forced to do that. But if we count... So right now, if we reset this, 26. So 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 4 laps left if we do all 9. It's 3 laps left if we get lapped, which is just happened here. So unless something happens to first, he doesn't have a pit stop coming. Unless he breaks down, we aren't going to have to do another lap. Although right now, there's no one else near us, so pushing our engine's not really going to do too much of anything. I mean, there's no one just ahead of us. There's no one just behind us. Yeah, we're 9 seconds ahead there. Yeah, we can see, and 10 seconds there. So I think we'll just stay on the double yellow in case something happens to first place. Meanwhile here, though, let's go overtake for a little bit. You haven't been overtaken yet. Hold on. Yeah, you haven't been overtaken yet. And in fact, it's much less likely that that would be a thing. So we have to assume you need every single lap you can possibly have out of this. So 27, 8, 9, that's 3 laps. We have exactly 3 laps of fuel. We don't have excess fuel, game. We have exactly what we need. Don't be telling lies, game. Don't be telling... This is a lie, excess fuel. If we get lapped, sure. But we're not going to get lapped, and the game doesn't seem to pre-calculate it. We're going to ignore that. Now, this finish I am going to be very disappointed with. I don't believe you, excess fuel. I think you're lying. 100% I think you're lying. I've gotten very confident with my my lap calculations now. I feel very confident that you are full of garbage and that I am right. See, the guy in first place is on his final 29th lap, but we're not yet. But that's not what I'm talking about. So here, and across here, look at this. Excess fuel, my ass. If I went on to orange mode, we'd run out of fuel. So we're going to end with about 0.07 fuel left in the tank. Ooh, so excessive. Blue flag, because, yeah, third place wants to lap us now. Which, yeah, at this point, as long as we can finish with Maritzen, and it's going to happen. I mean, yeah, the suspension's in the red, so your performance is getting worse, but you still got lots of room. We're not going to pass anywhere over here, so yeah, we're still not going to exceed expectations here. I guess I could have gone a little more on that, but not much. Was a disaster. If you hadn't gone and done the really bad pass earlier. And Maritson did one fewer lap than everyone else. But I think we pushed our car basically as much as we could. So he went softs, medium, softs. I mean, you see here, hard, softs. Like, there's no kind of like pattern for the tires. It really does depend. Because yeah, here we went soft, medium, soft, same as the guy in first place, and yet here we are down here, and medium, soft, soft. So I think we're as aggressive on tires as we could be. We're as aggressive on the fuel as we could be. Well, we need to make sure we save $1 million for the vote. It's going to be very important for us to not have to work on our gearbox at all. If we can pull this off, that is going to help us out a lot. We might want to consider doing the same thing with the suspension. Saving. Accept interview. Sure, he's an interesting driver. Anything could happen. We don't know. I mean, I guess I could have said the thing to make him interested, but... remove fatigue crew. Check for hiring. No to all these. So I could just click here and then I don't have to move my mouse. Okay. I will have to check on some of the pit crew because I think some of them were very close to being done. It's a little unsure if there's an actual cost to renewing or not. Yeah, we want to keep you around. If there's no cost, hold on. 9 races. I didn't actually check you. Okay, you're also on 9. You're on 2. Okay, so we have 54.14 in money. If I renew you... Oh, it doesn't cost anything. Oh, so literally just hit the renew button whenever it makes sense. You good on tires and the jack, but... Well, I guess I'll renew you anyway. There might be a cost of fire or something. At least I could resync them if I'm looking to keep them. Yeah, see, you're sort of okay all the way around. You're got a jack, and that's about it. You've got a 90 on your fatigue limit, which isn't terrible. No. Something here that's not entirely compelling. Alright, car repairs complete. Sponsor offers, alright. Alright, and that's going to be before the race, which is looking good. Oh, right, we're going to be using these brakes, so we may as well go and buff the performance up, because this is going to be sticking around. So that's going to be okay. Please stay on the reliability side. Thank you very much. We might want to improve the reliability of this suspension, because obviously we're going to keep this one around a little bit longer. We are going to replace suspensions, but that's going to be okay, because we could use a little more reliability. I would like a little bit more in the engine. At least we're managing this to the point where it's not breaking down mid-race, at least not this time, so that so much is good. All right, continue for now. It's Emma's birthday. So we can spend 100,000 to boost your... Oh, this is the reserve driver. I was going to say, hold on. Who's Emma? Yeah, a card will do. We can wait on the sponsors. To the best of my knowledge, they've never seemed to go away or anything like that, and it gives the game maximum chance to potentially generate more. So, alright, we'll go now. So we're going to take one with the biggest upfront payment, because we're not really thinking that placement's going to be viable. So this is worth 1.1 million, although the question is per race, right? So this is worth 100,000 per race. This is worth less than 100,000 per race. This is worth 100,000 per race plus this. So we're going to want to do this one. Better get a chance to propose a vote to make a spec park gearbox. I mean, I guess at this point, our strategy won't have changed one way or another. We still have to improve something, and so we're just improving the gearbox last, which I guess is okay. New brake design is coming in. Ooh, interview about... Sure. I'd like to see Vancouver in the calendar. Why not? I Missing a bit, but, you know, it should work out for us, maybe. I don't know. Nothing seems to have happened there. Fine. Pleased to be finishing the new brake design. Are you done now? Yes, good, excellent. We should start a new part. So, our brakes, we're considered locked in. So I think we're going to start working on suspension now. And your suspension was okay, right? Yeah, to 12. Same as the brakes. For the first one, what I'll do is I'll just do the plus reliability so we can use this suspension basically right out of the box. It's going to be fine while we just work on unlocking some of these higher level ones. So I don't really care too much, but that's going to be okay. Meanwhile, so the other brakes, we're going to be, while improving everything about them. Oops. Oh, it's because it's already in there. Let me stop that suspension and then do this. I was going to say, there we go, because that's going to be way low. In fact, I think we're just going to power... One day after the race. Oh, 14 days. So actually, this brake is going to be ready to go, this race. Nice. Very nice. Okay, here's the vote for Vancouver, which we're just going to abstain from. So we'll abstain, which will help us save some votes. If it gets added, sounds fun and interesting to have a new race. There you go, it's going to be added in. Now, is this just adding an 11th race? Yeah, it's not a replacement, is it? So there's going to be, yeah, there's going to be 11 races next season, I think. Which is more time for us to maybe improve some parts. Okay, suspension is done. Let's go directly into the next step of suspension. So we can go double good. Yeah, so we could do this. So this gives us plus 30. This gives us plus 40 to the cap, so we'd have to improve it. And the next level... Oh, weight stripping. I don't even know what our next level is going to be, but probably this one will get used for the rest of the season. We'll probably generate one more. So you're in there. This new one, if we do this... let me do this. There we go. That should probably... 5 days. Yeah, this will probably be good enough for us to use in 5 days. Yeah, I know our tire wear level is pretty bad. Our engine wear or fuel usage is pretty bad. Everything's really aggressive. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm really hoping we can start performing a little bit better than like 8th place. All right, it's Milan day. Get off Milan. There you go. 77 is super usable. So let's take a look at the cars over here for a sec. Yeah, you're unhappy there, which is fine-ish. There, both content? Sure. Improve parts. Let me clear everything. Actually, I guess we still need the gearboxes to sort of get maxed out, first of all, because we're going to keep using them. And then this is the lowest reliable part on Jesper's car. This is the lowest reliability part on Rose's car, but at some point we probably will do engines. Do we call the engines good enough and then wait until we get the next one? And then what we can do is we can just work on this, which we're done with. All right, that's the 2 new brakes, reliability improvement, which is good. I guess we may as well throw that performance improvement in there to finish it off. Yeah, I mean, it's the gearbox, which we know we're going to use for the rest of it, and these brakes, which presumably we know we're going to use for the rest of the season, so we can work on that. Reliability first. Yes, I agree. Although, this is already reliable enough that I'm not worried about breaking down this race. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll go with a little bit of balance for now. So we get a little bit more performance for this race as well. On the other hand, you know, if we just finish the reliability, we can get the rest of our reliability up. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to get our wings improved as well. Like, normally at 80%, you don't tend to see it happen, but it does happen that some parts that start at 80% will still need to be fixed during the race. We have certainly seen that. Depends on contact and various things. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually okay with just splitting the difference here. Maybe it's the worst of both worlds. Maybe it's a nice level of balance. I don't know. All right, so we'll put one more cut in here. Milan, we're predicting heavy rains on race day. Now, sometimes that lies. We don't have a really good forecasting center, but we could consider doing our practice in inters. That'd be an interesting thing to consider. Folks, thanks for watching. We're going to put another cut in here. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.